And here we go again. It's another week, and you know what that means. It's the time of the year where it's time to tell you guys that it's time for the glitch drive, of course. Yeah, that was a lot of time-consuming time stuff. Anyways, we got a little special. We are driving to the flight camp, which happens the week before Halloween, as it seems. I was not aware of this until I got some notes in the inbox. Yeah, so this was quite the surprise. I did not expect a camp so soon before Halloween, but it is what it is, and a lot of people have put a lot of work into this, so let's make the best out of it. But there's something else that I want to announce today, because today is a very special drive. So today I think the glitch drive itself is sponsored by Capital Noodles or something. I'm not sure. I guess we can see it later when we make it to the area of the sponsor. But we got a sponsor of the video today, which is very rare, but the sponsor of the video today is EXP. So in case you don't know, EXP is basically the brand from Christy, who also makes all of the glitch drive stuff, runs the group and organizes a lot of stuff, and also creates some really awesome vehicles. So if you have seen some of my videos before, then you certainly realized that I drive around in the Super 80 a lot. I use the Stratos a few times, and all of these really cool vehicles are made by Christy herself and by EXP, which is really insane, which service she's putting into these vehicles. So if you get one of them, you don't have to bother about the camera glitching on driving through some sim crossings. You don't have to bother about any big lag or spam or something, because these scripts are really well tested, and she's putting a lot of work into it. And most of the vehicles come with a walking around mode for role playing and a regular car mode. They are scripted so they don't throw any errors when you drive over some crossings or stuff. Or if they do, then it's basically a lottery win, so... But yeah, they are really awesome vehicles. She's also produced some garage for you to put the vehicles inside. Today she's even announcing a very new vehicle that is absolutely new and also new to the line, because it's not a regular vehicle for the road, but this is a kart, a go-kart. And I've been testing this a bit because I got one basically before the drive. And let me tell you, this thing is really fun to drive. I've been driving around in front of the driver's main quarters, and oh my gosh, before I looked at the clock again, it was already 2 hours later, and I've been modding this thing a bit, and it's a blast. Anyways, I've been talking a lot. Let's get right to the drive. And there we go. So if you want to know where this vendor is, because currently you get a 20% camping weekend discount, don't miss it. The link is down in the description for the location of the EXP store in this event area. So I think the vendor is currently not in the EXP main store, but I'm pretty sure that it will arrive pretty soon, and we already get a little peek on the next vehicle that they will release. But yeah, that's it for the advertising part. The sponsorship part, we'll get to see a lot of EXP on the road today, because I plan to drive most of the drive in the kart, so you'll get a feel of how it's driving. Alrighty, and with all of this said, the hut is already equipped. Let's get on the road. Also, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I've been drinking a lot today because I'm a little bit sick, and I don't know, it's just a scratchy throat and a raw gum, but I survive. It's just uncomfortable. Oh yeah, I also did not test this drive beforehand, because this was made by Belana, and Belana usually tests her drives with a boyfriend or husband. I'm not sure what the relationship is, but they are testing the stuff between them, so And this is gonna be a surprise for me as well, and it seems that we're already starting. I almost forgot to put on the background music today. Yeah, I'm really not fit today. The entire week has been quite a strain, to be honest. I think on Thursday I even started hallucinating a bit. I just need more sleep. So welcome to the drive plane camp. This will be a short drive. Well, I guess we'll see about this. If it's too short, we just do a few rounds on the Rainbow Road with the kart. I originally planned to do the trip of the camp and the driving to the camp in one go, but well, it was not released today, so I guess we get another trip tomorrow, but I did not want to mess up with the streaming schedule because we usually stream these drives on Saturdays. Okay, and we're walking to the racing area. And while we do this, I just drink something again. Alright. There's a lot of Halloweeny stuff. That is one cute pumpkin though. I like the skeleton dog. Or maybe it's a unicorn. Honestly, for a skeleton unicorn, this is really not looking bad. Okay, so again, I have no idea what's waiting for us today. We're just walking through the racing area. And someone's having fun, it seems. And we have arrived. Okay, we are sitting in a new road vehicle. And as I announced, we are driving with the Hyperkart today. Which I spent a lot of time modding and retexturing. And I can say if you are about the same height as me, then you pretty much want to edit it and stretch it a bit. Just like this, you can stretch it just by pulling it and editing. And I would suggest 128%. I will tell you once you stretch it a bit. And here we go. So as usual, the EXP vehicles give you a little attachment over there. Well, you don't see it because I'm in the way. Here it is. Just a little tempometer. It's not really that interesting, so I just cover it with my big behind again. And we're getting ready on the road. The kart itself is basically automatic, so you don't have to switch the gears. And yeah, as you can see, I've retextured it a little bit to fit better. And then it's just driving so smoothly, it's really fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah, being music is not fun. But I don't think that it's a fever, it's maybe just a virus or something. It's not corona, I think. Yeah, there's just so much stuff going around at the moment. It's crazy. And we're going instantly to the first corner of the drive today. Well, we survived the corner, it's just a little bit inconvenient where we ended. Oh my gosh. and up. There we go. So, about the kart, I think the maximum power of the engine is a range of 1 to 10, and it's delivered with 10, so it's already at maximum acceleration, but you can increase the maximum speed of the kart, which I did a little bit, but I didn't want to go overboard. So I just added a little bit, and currently we're driving 80 kilometers per hour, which I think is about 65 miles per hour or something. I'm not sure, I'm not really measuring in miles, so just take it as it is. It is not slow though. And you can make it even faster. Also, oh my gosh, there's a really big red area on the left. Yeah, I did not want to go in there. Someone's cheating. But yeah, the kart itself, you can already see it's really sticking well to the road usually. Unless you're going through a really nasty corner. If you realize that you get stuck a little bit on some bumps on the road, you can just use the menu of the kart and increase the ride height. So the entire invisible physical area of the kart is lifted up by 1 a little bit. And you can press this repeatedly, so it should help a little bit against the bumps and uneven roads. And again, this is more like a little bit of racing kart. I'm not sure if this is meant to be used on the road, but it's just making so much fun to drive it. Also, I really hope that you guys like how I designed it. I can show you later what it looked like before, but I'm not sure if they did not use PBR textures on this. When I got it, it was white, but that doesn't have to mean anything, and you can retexture and recolor this pretty freely, so it doesn't have to stay white. But while we are out on the road, let me just give you a little roundabout look. So obviously this is just my design. You can do whatever you want with this. It's fully editable, so you can change anything you want. You can just go select face, you pick any of the parts, the metal parts, or even the shiny parts on the seat over there. You can make it glow, you can make the color change, you can even change the color below by editing the little thing over here. I have changed the seat a little bit, but only because I got such a big behind, but maybe it fits for you guys, I'm not sure. If it doesn't, just stretch the kart a little bit, make the seat a little higher. You have full control over this vehicle. You can click it and you can see you get settings, you get the engine that is just on and off. Customization and tuning, and in customize you get the link edit, the trimming, the frame, the motor that is just the painting basically, or the color. You can change the wheels out of, I think it's 7 different, with just some writing on the side. You can set a number for the front, which is displayed over here. And if you buy the kart, you also get a bunch of goodies, like you get an actual kart racer for your racing track. And we get some advertisement in the back. There we go. You also get some other stuff, like I think it's the speed up elements for the ground. Oh my gosh, you gotta love the crossings and other stuff. I'll show you guys once we make it to the last checkpoint. Before we check out the reward for the drive. And the engine sound is also pretty nice. Usually when you get some karts, they are usually very, very loud. But this is just a okay humming. Also, thank you very much for everybody who gave so many thumbs up to the last video. I have no idea what it was, but you guys really loved it. Well, it was a fun drive. I'm just a little sad that we did not see the zombies on the second leg. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm guessing that this is gonna be a flying part. I just hope that this entire drive is not only 2 legs. That would be crazy. Okay, a small or medium airplane. We're just using the regular, but we don't keep this at the camp because the camp is a bit... Well, they are a little strict about the vehicles to be used. And they don't want spaceships and stuff. It's just the regular old, normal vehicles. Nothing futuristic. I mean, that's okay, we just had the space camp. Alrighty. Ah gosh, I really wish my throat wasn't this carriagey. It's really annoying. Oh, there's a lot of people in the sky already. Well, let's see if we can catch them. I should have enabled the combat mode. And swoosh. Oh, that was an action cam moment. That was not even planned. So I'm kinda curious if tomorrow is gonna be a Halloween-themed drive again, or if it's just about resupplying the camp again in some sort of supermarket setting, deliveries and stuff. Or maybe it's all about aircraft and, well, not spaceships, but normal airplanes and stuff. There's just one way to find out. That is by logging in tomorrow and checking it out. Okay, so it's still 8 minutes. And while we drive, or fly, I guess, let's check how many legs there are. Oh my god. Well, that's a shame. This is actually the last leg already. I did not expect this. But also, since I'm kinda sick today, I'm not really opposed to the idea of this being a little shorter drive. Because I definitely think I wouldn't be able to just entertain you guys and talk for an entire hour. I knew there was someone. Right, 6 minutes to go. So I'm guessing that today is more like maybe 40 minutes, including the vehicle check at the end and the reward check. And we are driving a few rounds on the rainbow track. And we can click around the tuning menu on the card a little bit. It's kind of sad that we only got one really short driving part today. This is quite a long flying part. I usually don't like the flying because there's nothing to look at. Especially when we're just flying over the water area. And then it's kinda boring. You guys really have to rely on me talking all the time. Because if I'm not talking, then there's nothing you can listen to or look at or anything. It's just really empty sky and empty ground, and this is very boring. So I'm already trying to get a little bit closer to the ground just to catch some sun elements on the screen that we can maybe look at. But the racing is really slow if you are so far away. And I'm pretty much hoping that we don't hit any security orbs or something. That would be so bad. And I also don't really want to restart this very long flying leg. Oh, by the way, I changed some stuff about my little shrine area where I got my star below. And I basically took down the entire shrine and replaced it with a sort of festival area. And I think it came out really nicely, but I don't expect too much of a change. It's really just a sort of a stage with the ability to shoot some fireworks and maybe some decorations on the side. I don't have terribly many objects to work with because the land impact, I think I got some 360 or something. That is not too much. And again, I got a bar and a store below the festival area too, so this is taking a lot of land impact. And I actually went and decided that I used the stipend. So if you don't know, if you buy the Linden Labs membership, okay, there ends the flight, I guess. You get the advanced membership. And if you do, then you get a stipend of, I think it's 300 Linden bucks every week. I think it's Tuesday. And I decided to put some of them into a little renting apartment. So that all of the land that I can use with my account is basically used for the store, the bar, and the festival area. And the stipend is going into the rented area, so I'm getting 2 for 1, which I think is a pretty good idea. Alrighty, it's just 3 minutes to go. Oh my gosh. This is a very talk-intensive drive, since there's nothing to look at. I've been watching The Walking Dead, and I still don't really like it, I guess. They just make so many stupid decisions. Okay, there's some security orbs. And I think I'm currently on the season 12 or something. Which is wild that there's so many. And I think I just missed, or maybe not. It's just the HUD acting up. I'm basically surprised that so many of the main characters are still alive. Not gonna lie, this season of anime is really bad, so I'm pretty happy that I got the Walking Dead on the side, because there's some days where you really just can watch one of the animes that came out and the rest is just garbage. It's just such a bad season, it's insane. And there's 1, 2 every day that are still pretty good, you just have to know what to watch. I think for this season some of my favorites are definitely Kingdom. I've been waiting so many days and weeks and months for Kingdom to go on. And another one that I really like so far is Pass on the Monster Meat, My Lady. That is just so fun to watch. It is more story-driven, not so much action, but I kinda like the sort of animes that go like this. So let me just think if there's another one that I'm really looking forward to, but as I said, this season is really difficult to watch, I think. There's oh my gosh, there are so many animes that started really strong, but they just got utterly ruined with the 2nd or 3rd episode. Yeah, I think today is just a really not interesting drive. Oh my gosh. One of my biggest disappointments in terms of anime is the level 9999 cheating skill, or the gacha skill, which basically goes like this. The first episode is a small introduction, and the 2nd episode is suddenly like 10 years later. And they have changed everything in between. And I absolutely hate it. And not only did they skip almost all of the story in between, well, I guess the manga itself doesn't have it, but it is just so sudden. But the worst part is that even though they skipped so much, we can already tell that this is just one massive harem anime. And I just hate harem animes. Well, we have arrived. That must have been the shortest glitch drive of history. So the flying camp, or the plane camp, grants everybody a little plot and 150 land impact for your camp, or your flying vehicle, or whatever you decide to put on the plot. But I think you are limited in where to put the plots. Honestly, I did not really read it, because I did not plan to put up a plot, but I think these two are safe, and this is for the vendors, I think. I'm not sure though. But you can always look it up when you open the Drivers of Second Life group and open up the history of the notifications. There should be all of the rules, and I don't think that there's a landmark actually, which is kinda weird, but you can also just ask in the chat. I pretty much did it when I asked for a teleportation to the vendor from the XP on the plane camp area. So, Capital Motors was the sponsor of the grid drive today. Not of the video, but of the drive. And if you land over here, okay, let's just get the gift box. and this out of the way. Oh my gosh. The move it tank. Okay. That sounds a little bit military style. Well, I'd say let's test it right away. Move it, move it. Okay, so it's a box in a box. That is boxception. But now we get the move it tank. I'm not even sure what I expect of this, but as long as it doesn't look like King Julian, I guess everything is okay. Just don't look like a Lenore. That is not even a tank. I am so disappointed. Well, there's tank written on the back. But again, that is not what I expected. It's an interesting design though. Okay, so we got a menu. We can lock it, we can activate the lights. The horn. Well, that's a shrieky horn. And it got a little... Oh my gosh, stop horning. What a horny cow. Okay, so you can change the color, you can get some painting system stuff. We got controls. Okay, so we basically got the entire array of settings as we are used to. And I also saw an advanced button. So this is for automatic or manual, you can change the sounds. And we got some extras, it seems. Okay, so the extras are just starting parked onwards and stuff like this. I thought that extras was stuff like the back on the top or a reserve wheel or something, but let's see how it drives, I guess. Oh my gosh, this is not what an electric car is sounding like. Oh my gosh, that sounds like an airplane. Why was there a stick figure on the road? Oh, and it also got a battery. That's interesting, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't really like driving with active fuel system. Yeah, it's driving not too bad, but this going forwards, backwards with the camera is just insane. And I'm not sure if that's because of lag or because of the car. But I'm pretty sure that this can cause motion sickness. Okay, yeah, that's pretty nice, I guess, maybe not. Oh my gosh, and we're falling through the ground. So over here is the vendor of EXP, the sponsor of today's video. Let me just... Oh my gosh, I can't listen to this. That's insane, what a noise. Again, if you missed the start, then make sure to check out the vendors today, or this weekend, because you get a 20% discount on the card stuff. So let's get to the Rainbow Road. Oh my gosh. I think they messed up the teleport position or something. So this is the stuff that you get. You get not only the card itself, but you also get a racer for the card. And there's a fixed set of cards inside, but you can also add your own. And they are already pre-textured, so if you don't want to texture your own cards, you can just rest the racer and look over all of the cards that you see here, and you can basically just pick one of the boxes as well. You just have to make sure that you can disable the automatic delete. Otherwise, it will just disappear below your butt. The Monster Energy card. So this is what it looks like when you just unbox it. Out of the box, fresh. It is pretty simple and pretty plain. But again, you have full control over this. Oh, that's interesting. That looks like a retro card. A bit of a beetle, but as a card. The American one. And this is almost smiling. Okay, so as I said, you get a lot of options. You can just look through all of them. But I think I'd like to use my own today. Because I've been putting some work into this and I'm still a bit bummed that the driving part was so short. There we go. So if you have already been in one, you don't have to click yes again because it's just the same part again. And here we go. Let's see if we can get the pole position, or if we just fly off the road. They did not add any side guards or anything, that's insane. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, this place is laggy as heck. That was not the reward vehicle, it was definitely just the place. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It is so laggy. Oh yeah, that's the last thing that I wanted. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't think there's a little guy with a fishing hook that can... Oh my gosh. I think there's actually invisible walls on the side. Otherwise, I should have been flying through the sky. But yeah, it's best to drive these things when it's really early in the morning. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Because it is just so laggy when people have been messing their stuff and maybe even mess really big stuff while you are still driving up here, and it's causing so much sim lag. Oh my gosh, we are on the last space. That won't do. We have to make another round. And this time we don't slow down so much because we now know that there's actually some guardrails which we just didn't see. So if we just hit some turbos and make use of the little faster cards, then we should be able to get a better position. Yeah, this is already getting so much better. I shouldn't have said anything. So every time you see the screen lagging, I'm also lagging. This is not just you, that's actually Second Life at the moment. And it's behaving a little bit like a shriveled down raisin. It's just not juicy at all. Oh my gosh. Position 14, oh come on. I can make the card faster, but I don't really want to because I think I still want to drive this a little bit on the regular road, and I don't need this to be any faster, to be honest. But I think that, yeah, position 14 is not good. And you definitely have to hack it a little bit if you want to get any better position. But the lag is just so bad at the moment. Yeah, for some reason it's always the same. Whenever I try to drive on this kind of racing tracks in the driver facilities, it always turns out this laggy. Which is kind of a bummer. But I guess since the servers are in the United States and I'm just in Europe, there's nothing I can do. especially with so many people entering and leaving the zone, racing stuff and teleporting in and out. Yeah, I think we're done for today. We're just taking a little bit of a look again on this really cool card. And again, if you missed it, this weekend you get 20% off, which is insane. Alrighty, I'm very sorry that this has been a rather short clip today, but it is what it is, and they didn't make the drive to the camp any longer than 2 legs. So that's all you get from me today, which is okay for me because I'm still sick. I hope you still enjoyed it, even though we didn't get much to look at while we were flying around, but sometimes it is like this. I still tried to be as entertaining as possible, even though I did not want to talk so much when I went into this drive, and I kinda ended up talking even more than usually because of the flying. But okay. Anyways, if you liked the video, then please consider to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next ones. And I hope that all of you guys have a really nice rest of your day. So see you next time, which is potentially tomorrow when there's another drive for the camp itself. Anyways, that's all from me today. Have a nice rest of yours. Bye! Oh, before I forget, I also made something very new, and this is this one. And I really hope that you like it. I made a little Be White back screen that is personalized just for myself and a little more fitting than the Japanesey one. But yeah, I really hope that you like it. This is the first time that I'm using it. Leave a comment down below in the comment section if you like it or not. Maybe we have to go back to the Japanesey one, I don't know, I'm not really sure about it, but I tried to personalize the channel a little more, so this is what we have now in combination with the starting soon screen. I'm still trying to get a really nice thanks for watching screen, but let's be honest, this takes a lot of time to make, because many of the video generation AIs are not very good at the moment. But I heard there is gonna be Sora 2 soon, so maybe it changes, but maybe not. Alrighty, that's the end for real, so thanks very much for watching, bye!